Hello everybody, welcome to today's webinar from me in Hastings on the south coast today. It's just gone 1 o'clock, so we'll wait a few moments to give everyone a chance to join. And while we're waiting, do feel free to drop into the Q&A box and say hi. Let us know where you're joining from. We'll give it a few more moments for a few more people to join. Okay, I think we'll make a start now. So hi everybody and welcome to our webinar, How Going Digital Can Save You Money, a guide with the DWP. I'm Annie Mannion and I'm Digital Marketing Manager at AbilityNet, and I'll be your host for today's session. So just before we start, just to go through a few bits of housekeeping. We've live captions provided by Claire at MyClearText, and you can turn on the captions using the CC option on the control panel. And additional captions are available via streamtext.net/player?event=AbilityNet. And you can download the slides if you wish from our website, and that's at abilitynet.org.uk/DWP webinar. And if you have any technical issues or you need to leave early, don't worry, you'll receive an email within the next week sharing the recording, the transcript and the slides. I can see a few more of you have said hello to us. So hi Edward and in West Cumberland, and hi Gillian from Carers Resource in Harrogate. So thanks for joining us. And then just to let you know, depending on how you joined the webinar, I can see some of you have found the Q&A window, but if you want to ask any questions, do drop those in the Q&A area. And then finally, we'll also have a feedback survey that you'll be directed to at the end. So do please complete that if you're able. So for those of you who aren't yet familiar with AbilityNet, we're now more than 25 years old, and we're a charity that supports older people and disabled people living with any disability or impairment to use technology to achieve their goals at home, at work and in education. And we do this by providing specialist advice, accessibility testing and training, and free information like our fact sheets and this webinar. So today, discussing how digital can save you money, we have joining us Lizzie Green, that's on screen at the moment, who's a disability consultant at AbilityNet, who also helps us deliver our workplace inclusion services to a range of clients across all sectors. And Lizzie's very passionate about assistive technology, and as part of her role, she runs demo events for technology that showcase free and low-cost apps that can help you. And then also joining us, we have Lucy Bowman from the Department for Work and Pensions Strategic Relationship Team. So she helps to enable and connect customers with opportunities to transform their lives. And Lucy also works with external organisations to support service users. You might have noticed Lucy's colleague John was due to be joining us today, but I'm afraid he hasn't been able to join today. But yeah, just to mention, thank you to Lucy, and John's been instrumental in putting together the presentation today too. So just before Lizzie and Lucy share their advice with you, I'm just going to start a quick poll to find out a bit more about you all here today. So I'm just going to launch the poll now, 1 moment. Okay, so can you tell us, are you confident about finding out about financial matters online? So yes, I find what I need and do online banking and similar tasks. Yes, but only to find information, not for doing online banking and similar. No, I'm not sure where to start. No, I prefer to sort out my financial concerns in person or not applicable. So depending on how you joined the webinar, you may find that you can't see the poll, but you can respond in the Q&A panel. So I can see a good percentage of you has participated. So I'll just leave it a little bit longer for a few more to join. There's strong answers here. So I'll end the poll now and share the results. So looking at the results, we've got 80% of you say, yes, I find what I need and I do online banking and similar tasks. And then with next biggest response is, no, I prefer to sort out my financial concerns in person. That's 9%. And then 4%, yes, but I only find information not for doing online banking and similar. No, I'm not sure where to start. So we've got some tips for you. And then 2% not applicable. So thanks for your responses. So yeah, thanks for your responses. And Lizzie is here to share some really valuable suggestions for online resources that can help you day to day. So over to you, Lizzie.
Thanks very much, Annie. If I could have the next slide, please. Thank you. So starting off today, I wanted to talk to you about some online comparison tools. So these are digital platforms that allow users to quickly compare prices, features, and reviews of services, and they can happen for lots of different things, and show you lots of different vendors, like all in one place. So it can be insurance, your utility bills, flights and hotels, electronic items, and even your groceries and shopping. And the comparison tools can help you find the really best value without the hassle of having to visit multiple websites or go to multiple stores in person, and help you make some really informed choices that are easier and faster, and are going to help you to save both time and money. So these tools work by comparing all the different vendors and retailers, and give you a summary of the best prices from lots of these different providers all in one place, which means that you can identify the cheapest option for some of the products or services. It will also let you know about deals or discounts that might be coming up. So deals on hotels or discounts on electronic products from particular vendors. And you can also use them to compare things, like the features of the products that you're doing. So, for example, if we take insurance and we're talking about maybe car insurance, you can ensure that you're not only getting the cheapest deal, but also the best deal that works for you. It will tell you in one place all of the features, and all of the products, the items that are going to come with that product, and allow you to make a really informed comparison between things and still help you find the one that is the best value. It also will help you spot some hidden costs that might come into things. So things like shipping fees if you're doing online shopping, subscription fees that you might not know about, but they will really clearly highlight those for you. You can often find exclusive promotional codes through these sites as well, which will save you more money as well. And you can also do things like setting up scanners to look for specific deals at specific times. So you can do this for things like flights. You can set an alert that will let you know when the price of a flight drops and allow you to book it at the best possible time to get the best value out of those options. So, as I said, these can help you make faster decisions. They can save you time, and overall, they can save you money just by looking in one place to see what the best possible deal you can be getting. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next digital item that I wanted to talk about was smart meters. So smart meters have two main elements. So you have the meter itself, which uses a smart data network to send your meter readings directly to your supplier at least once a month. So this is all done automatically and wirelessly through the smart meter. And you have one for gas and you have one for electricity. Then what you have in home is a display unit that shows you what energy you're using and how much it costs. So usually it updates for gas every half an hour or so, and it offers almost real-time usage for electricity. So smart meters measure how much gas and electricity you're using, and send those readings automatically to your energy supplier, but also allow you to have a visual on how much energy you are using in your home and how much that is costing you. This means that you can send accurate readings to your supplier, so you no longer have to rely on potentially inaccurate or estimated bills, which can help you save some money. Your supplier will automatically be getting that accurate reading of how much energy you're using, so you'll only be paying for the amount of energy you are using. Um, Also, the smart meter is really useful in helping you to support in reducing your energy costs, which will also save you money. When you can see and understand how you're using your energy, it will help you be better able to manage it. And this means that you can get lower bills for yourself, and also hopefully do things like lowering your carbon footprint and making things better for the environment as well. Also, when you have things like a smart meter, it means that you can take advantage of things like time use tariffs. So, a lot of the different energy suppliers offer different tariffs, kind of based on if you use electricity at different times of the day. And if you have your smart meter and you can see and start tracking when you're using the most electricity or when you're using the most gas, if that comes at a specific time of day, it will allow you to look at those time of use tariffs and hopefully find a tariff that works best for the time that you are using the most energy and help you get that at the lowest cost. So if you want a smart meter, they are provided by your energy companies. They may have already contacted you about having one, and if not, you can contact them and talk to them about having them. Um, because they are going to be really helpful for you to hopefully reduce those costs, maybe even reduce your energy consumption as well, and then give you access to those initiatives and those tariffs, which are hopefully going to help you save some money too. Next slide, please, Kelly. Thank you. So my last tip for saving money with digital is to talk a little bit about some smart home technology. So, as well as smart meters for your energy, we also have smart heating controls now. So these do everything that your conventional controls would do. And the main difference is that the smart controls are connected to the internet and they offer you some more functionality that you're able to use when you're out and about, when you are not at home. They can allow you to set your time and temperature controls, so you can do it on a time based as you used to maybe do with your in-home controls. But you can also change these when you're out and about. You can log on to an app on your phone if you are going to be home maybe sooner or later than you expected. You could change your heating to come on a little bit later if you're going to be out longer than you expected to be. And this means that you're using less energy and you can save money over time. It also makes it a lot easier to check and change periods for your heating, things like your hot water. So you're only really turning those on when you really need to have them. And if your plans change, you can change your heating settings too. Um, so then you can also use these to kind of track where you are as well. You can set them up to allow tracking of where you are by using your location on your smartphone. And this can allow you to set up a feature where you may basically automatically turn on your heating when you're so far away from your house. So you say, when I get within, a couple of miles of my house, please turn on my heating so it's nice and warm when I get home, but it's not using any more energy than it needs to. And you can set all of these up automatically, or you can get it to send notifications to you to ask whether it has permission to do this before it makes any changes. So you have lots and lots of control over your heating, and you don't have to be in your house to be able to control that. And then just in a statistic from the Energy Saving Trust, they said that by installing and using heating controls effectively, they estimate that you could save up to £110 a year on your heating bills in Great Britain. So it is just an average and an estimate, but you really could save quite a bit of money by having these heating controls that just allow you a bit more control over your energy and when you want to use it. So another thing is smart plugs. So smart plugs can allow you to have kind of hands-free control of your electrical items that are plugged in. Again, these smart plugs will connect to an app, which will allow you to turn on and off these devices remotely. So if you've left a lamp on and you've left your house, if it's plugged into a smart plug and you remember, you can turn it off remotely without being in your house. And you can use them to set timers as well. So if you did want a lamp to come on for the evening, maybe into the night, if you're out of your house, you can set a timer on the app. If you forget to do it before you go, again, because it works over the internet connection, you could do it while you are out. And it allows you to have a bit of hands-free control as well. So if you have a plug that's in a really awkward place, maybe behind a cabinet, so you've always just previously left it turned on the whole time. If you plug in a smart plug to behind the cabinet, you have that hands-free control. So you can turn that plug on and off as you want to use it and allow yourself to save a bit of electricity, whereas previously you might have had it turned on all the time because it really wasn't very easy to access. And the last one that I have here is for smart lighting. So with smart lighting, works in quite a similar way to the smart plugs, but these are actual light bulbs that plug directly into your devices. So you can use them in lamps, or you could use them in your overhead lights or your wall lights as well. And again, these connect your lights to an app that you have control over. So again, allows you to do things like setting those timers on your lights to come on and off when you would require them to come on and off, and turning them off hands-free for those, where getting to the light switches might be a bit difficult. So you previously might have left things switched on for longer. It just allows you that hands-free control, puts that back in your hands and allows you to be able to turn things on and off really easily and help you save energy and also save some money by having that control over all of your items. Okay, that is all of mine. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Lizzie. Yeah, some excellent ideas to test out and apps to download and try out with others. And there's a set of financial tech resources that we've got at AbilityNet on screen, and you'll receive the links in the slides as well when they're sent to you after the session. So do check those out too. So yeah, thanks, Lizzie, and over to you, Lucy.
Thank you very much. Thanks. I've learned some stuff there as well. Worth tuning in. Yeah, so as Annie mentioned, I'm Lucy Bowman and I work for the Department for Work and Pensions, or DWP. We do love an acronym. And I work in the Strategic Relationship team, and we work really closely with organisations like AbilityNet to help get the best outcomes for our mutual customers. So I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to join you here today. So next slide, please, Kate. Thank you. So today I'm going to talk to you about pensioner benefits, and in particular pension credit, and where to find the information you need online. So DWP have been doing a lot of campaign work to spread the word about pension credit. The government currently estimate that currently over 700,000 pensioners who may be eligible for it aren't claiming. And why is it important that we encourage people to claim? Well, pension credit is the gateway benefit to lots of other benefits. So even if you only qualify for a very, very small amount of pension credit, it will open the doors to other benefits such as winter fuel payment, cold weather payment, housing benefit if you rent a property, potentially support with mortgage interest if you own a property, a council tax discount, a free TV licence if you're over 75, and help with NHS costs. And you can even get help with heating costs through the Warm Home Discount Scheme. So what is pension credit? Well, it's a means-tested benefit that supplements UK state pension and to reach a guaranteed minimum income. And you can still qualify for pension credit even if you have some other income or some savings or even own your own home. And the cut-off point for pension credit is means-tested. The means testing element is higher if you have a disability or care for somebody. You do need to live in England, Scotland, or Wales and have reached state pension age to qualify for pension credit. But it's really quick and easy to check if you do qualify. And we've included a link to the pension credit calculator in the next slide where you can answer a few questions just to check your eligibility. You can apply for pension credit by phone or post, but online is definitely the quickest and fastest method and extremely intuitive. It cuts out questions that aren't relevant to your situation. In a moment, I'll give you a demonstration of how to navigate gov.uk, the government website, to find the information you need. But first, we'd like to play you a really quick video just about pension credit, just to set the scene. Thanks, Kelly.
There's help for households. If you've reached state pension age and your weekly income is below £218.15 or £332.95 if you live with a partner, you could be eligible for pension credit, even if you own your home or have savings. If you're eligible, that's worth £3,900 a year on average, and you can get help with heating bills, council tax and more. Check eligibility at gov.uk/pension-credit or call 0800 99 1234. Qualifying income level may be higher in some circumstances. Eligibility criteria apply.
Thank you. So next slide, please, Kelly. Thank you. Thanks. So as mentioned, you can use the pension credit calculator as your first step to check whether you're eligible, and I highly recommend that people do use that, even if you think there's no chance. And it's available on gov.uk, so when we do a little show and tell of gov.uk, I'll show you how to find it. It's also available in Welsh language, and there's a really good YouTube video available that's a step-by-step sort of walkthrough of how to use the calculator. It's a little bit lengthy, so we don't have time to play it today, but I highly recommend taking a look later if you can. So I'm going to give you a demo now, if we can just move on to the next slide, of how to navigate information. So each nation's got its own government website. Scotland and Wales have their own versions, mygov.scot and gov.wales. But today I'm going to show you the main website, which is gov.uk. So you go into your normal internet platform, for example, Google, and you type in gov.uk. And this will take you through to the home page, the welcome page of gov.uk. And from there, there is a menu bar. So if you know what you're looking for, easy peasy, you can just pop a question in there, can't you? You can put, let's try pension credit benefit calculator and see what pops up. So I need to make my screen slightly bigger to see what. Yeah, lovely. So from there, you can just click on that. That takes you straight through to the calculator. Start now, and we can't go into it because we haven't got any details to input. But when you look at the YouTube video, that will certainly show you how to navigate the calculator. But if we can just return to the home page, if that's okay. Thank you very much. Now let's pretend that you haven't heard the word pension credit, but you're thinking, is there anything out there to help me get the benefits that I need to top up my income? And the best way to do that is to scroll down to services and information and click on benefits. Thank you. And then if we scroll down again, it's got various categories for different scenarios. And there's one category that says, hopefully, keep scrolling. Make sure we put, yeah, so pension and financial support if you're on a low income. Just click on that, please. Just two down, another one down. Just there, just up one. Sorry, it's my fault. Thank you very much. And then from there, we'd scroll through and you look at all the different options, and there should be one that says pension credit. Let's keep going down. Yep, down the bottom there. Thank you very much. And that takes you through to the page that you would have got to had you known the word pension credit and typed that into the search bar. But on here is everything you need to know about pension credit. So it gives you the overview of what the benefit is, what makes you eligible for it, what you'll get, how to claim, and how to report a change of circumstances. So it's worth just having a quick scroll through those pages just so that everyone can see what they look like, but we won't go into huge amounts of detail due to time. And when you scroll down, there's a next bar which takes you through to the next page, and it's describing the things that I told you about, other benefits that you might get if you're eligible, how much money you can get if you qualify, and if you need help with any other costs. And then when we get to this section, if we can just scroll back up, if that's okay, you can apply online through Apply Now. Has got a phone number as well. The reason I'm recommending that people apply online is that it's very quick. The claim gets received within DWP much faster than posting in a form, and often it's much easier to complete the online form because it reduces the amount of questions you have to answer, because it whittles out. If you say no to something, it doesn't ask you a whole load of other questions that would appear on a form. So it's actually really speedy to fill out the online form and give the accurate information that is relevant to your situation. So I mean, I'm not going to go through all the other benefit lines, but you'd be able to find them all in a similar way, or again, go into that search bar and type them in and get the same level of information on each of the benefit lines. And it gives you that phone line to ring up if you've got issues, all the information you can possibly need in order to claim the right benefits. So if we can just return to the slides at this point, please, Kelly. Thanks very much. So I also wanted to just talk to you about a few other benefit lines, really, and most particularly state pension and attendance allowance. So state pension isn't paid automatically. The new state pension requires you to make an online claim, and the pension service send individuals an invitation letter 4 months before they reach state pension age with instructions of how to apply. And again, claims can be made by phone or form, but definitely quickest and easiest to get through on the Get Your State Pension service. And I've known people tell us that their claims processed within hours. Literally, it's a really speedy service. The state pension amount you get depends on your national insurance record. People need at least 10 qualifying years of their national insurance record to get any state pension, and 35 years to get a full state pension. Anyone who hasn't reached state pension age can get a pension forecast through gov.uk. And you literally just type in check your state pension forecast, and it will ask you a series of questions, and it will tell you what your national insurance situation is and what you're likely to qualify for. From the 6th of April 2026, so next year, state pension age is increasing from 66 to 67 in incremental stages. So for anyone born between the 6th of April 1960 and the 5th of March 1961, it's important for them to check their state pension age via the state pension age calculator, which again is available on gov.uk. And then just to talk a little bit about attendance allowance, you can qualify for attendance allowance if you've reached state pension age or older, and the following apply. You have to have a disability or health condition that is severe enough for you to need help caring for yourself, and also you've needed that help for at least 6 months. Now, unlike pension credit, attendance allowance is not means tested. What you earn and how much you have in savings will not affect how much you get. And it's paid in 2 different rates depending on the level of the personal support needed. And if you qualify for attendance allowance, you can get extra pension credit, housing benefit, or council tax reduction. So definitely worth claiming this particular benefit if you do have a disability, a long-term disability. You do not have to have someone caring for you in order to claim, but if you do have a carer, they could get carer's allowance in their own right if you've got substantial caring needs. Scottish benefits are slightly different, and the equivalent benefits are called pension age disability payment and carer support payments. Now, DWP are currently testing online claims for attendance allowance, and they only accept a certain number per week. So currently, try to do it online if you can, but if not, claims can be made by post, either by ringing up for a claim form or by printing the form from gov.uk. Thanks. If we can just move on to the next slide, please. Right, so last thing I wanted to talk to you about today is the midlife MOT. So this is housed on a government website called Job Help, which can be accessed through gov.uk. And basically, the midlife MOT is aimed at people below pension age and provides a range of trusted services, tools, and charity resources to help them start thinking about work, health, and money with future planning in mind. So it's a one-stop support hub aimed at people aged 45 to 65 primarily, but honestly can be used at any age. So, you know, feel free to utilise it as a resource even within pension age. And within it, you can choose your midlife MOT goal for an instant short list of resources. You can browse all work, health and money resources for general information. And you can come back time and time again to the digital MOT just to make sure you've really prepared for later life. So, you know, part of the messaging today is even if you don't think you qualify for benefits like pension credit, tell people you know. We're really trying to spread the word. And the same with the midlife MOT. If you've got members of family or younger friends who you think, you know, could really benefit by using these resources, please spread the word to them that these resources are, you know, excellent for really getting people to prepare for later life and making sure that they've got a really well prepared retirement that's they've got enough money to live on basically and enjoy it. So quite important to talk to you about all of these things, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity. And any questions in the chat, I think Annie will bring up later. So thank you very much.
So yeah, thanks Lucy. And yeah, lots of really good tips. And yeah, there's a few questions waiting in the wings, so we'll cover those in a bit. But just a quick reminder, you can access all the slides with all the links that Lucy's been discussing via our webinar page at abilitynet.org.uk/DWP webinar. And then a reminder, the recording will be added to the page after the broadcast. So I just wanted to highlight, as part of AbilityNet's partnership with BT Group, we've been helping older people and disabled adults master the digital world. We've got a set of free in-person digital skills sessions available to older people and disabled adults in a range of locations, including London, Birmingham, Glasgow, Edinburgh, the east coast of Scotland, Stoke, Preston, Brighton and Hove, and wider Sussex, Newcastle, Cardiff and surrounding areas. So do check those out. You can register for those at abilitynet.org.uk/BT Digital Skills. And you can also explore the sessions that we offer online or ask for training on topics, including staying safer online, using your phone or tablet, using social media, booking medical appointments and banking online. So yeah, do get in touch about what's on offer. And if you don't live in those areas outlined, do please give us a call on 0300 180 0028 or email us at inquiries@abilitynet.org.uk, and one of our team can connect you with one of our local tech volunteers. So all this information will be shared with you in the follow-up email that you'll receive. So we also have a range of bite-sized learning videos on our YouTube channel, and we've got popular topics include the Ringo app, video explainer, and yeah, loads more. So do check those out. So yeah, I'm sure you've got a lot of questions that you'd like to ask Lizzie and Lucy. So please do pop any additional questions in the Q&A window, and we'll answer as many as we can before the end of the session. So yeah. Just bringing back Lizzie and Lucy, if you're able to come back on camera, that would be great. Fabulous. Oh yeah. So there's been a few questions, quite specific ones for you, Lucy, about some of the pension credit information that you were sharing. So first up, I'm going to retire in a few months' time. I'll only get a partial state pension, and my wife still works part-time. Besides claiming pension credit and council tax, is there anything else that I can claim for?
Well, there's the list of benefits that pension credit will give you a gateway to. So it's the ones that I listed at the start of the course. So things like the winter fuel payments, etc. Potentially, well, free TV license depending on your. Well, you won't get that until you're 75. You're just about to retire. Things like NHS costs, warm home discount. They really are the main benefits, because obviously pension credit is designed to top you up to the level of state pension. So it's bringing you into a level playing field with other people.
Okay, thank you. I'm not entirely sure if this is a question that you'll be able to answer now, but please do mention if you can or not. But for working age disabled people whose PIP is fully used or taken in care charging, is there what help is there to get the tech discussed? So can a council provide this? Yeah, do you have any further information about that?
I don't. I think you'd need to contact your local authority to see what help's available, because each local authority works quite differently. So I think that it's best to go local and find out that information. But also, you know, make sure that you definitely don't qualify for PIP if there's any opportunity to question decisions. We do work with a lot of organisations like Age UK and Independent Age, who are often very happy to help support people to understand their full benefit entitlement. So worth tuning into those organisations.
Okay.
Just to add as well, Annie, just because that question specifically said about access to tech that we discussed, we do have a funding fact sheet on our AbilityNet website as well for organisations that can help with funding for tech support. So if you are a disabled person and you do want the tech, check out that funding fact sheet, which will put you in touch with organisations that might be able to help with funding for tech related items.
Yep, great advice. There's a comment from Tessa. She mentioned that with dyslexia and ADHD, just referencing the tips that you were giving earlier, Lizzie, she finds comparison sites difficult and overwhelming to use, and prefers to phone companies. Do you have any references to other advice that you would give?
Yeah, I completely understand where she's coming from in that instance. Some of them can be quite busy and use loud colors and provide a lot of information. Maybe something to try out if you haven't already done so is if you are using the Edge browser to access the internet. The Edge browser has something built in called Immersive Reader, which is a tool that allows you to kind of strip out some of the busyness. It takes away the ads and lots of the kind of images and bright colors of pages and gives you the information to read in a kind of a more plain format. So if you haven't already investigated that, maybe try and open them up in the Edge browser. When you get to the page with all the information that you're trying to read and digest, you could open it up in Immersive Reader and just, you know, take away some of that kind of noise and loudness on the page.
Yep, fantastic. Thank you, Lizzie. There was a question from Nikki who mentioned they've tried to find out about courses for seniors in London. So we do have support available from our BT Digital Skills partner there. So if you go onto the website abilitynet.org.uk/BT Digital Skills and complete the form for an individual there, somebody will be able to get back to you and let you know what opportunities are available in the area and when the dates are set for group courses. But there are other ways to receive support too. So yeah, do get in touch. Thanks, Nikki. There's a question from Gillian. A question from Anne that I was going to raise. Do you have to be 75 years old to get a free TV licence, or do you have to receive pension credit to qualify?
You have to receive pension credit now. I think they changed the ruling. I do believe that's the gateway into it, or that's the information I've been given by our pension credit team. But I'll double check on that and I'll get back to you if anything is incorrect. It's definitely 75, and I've got a feeling you have to be in receipt of pension credit.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you. And a question from Gillian. Apart from the council tax link, what were the other benefits to having attendance allowance?
Well, it actually raises the eligibility amount for pension credit. So if you receive attendance allowance, it means there's a higher cut-off point where, what's the right wording? So you can have more income and still get pension credit. So it's from that point of view, it's useful because it's giving you that access to additional benefits that you'd get through the gateway of being on pension credit. Sorry, what did you say? What else is useful about being on attendance allowance? Or?
Yeah, what were the other benefits?
I mean, you may well be able to apply to your local authority and get like a blue badge, and you know, it's you know, showing that you've got a recognised disability, I guess. So, but they've all got their own schemes. I don't want to speak for local authorities because they all operate very independently. But really, it's the fact that it gives you some extra income to pay for that extra bit of support that you might need You know, it might just be transport costs to get to appointments, or it might be someone to actually come and do some things to help you at home. And that's the idea of attendance allowance.
Okay, thank you. And a final question, how far in advance can I claim pension credit?
You can actually claim it at the same point that you claim state pension. So you can put your claim in 4 months before you reach pension age, and then obviously there'll be it'll be assessed alongside state pension. They're just currently trialling a joined up service where they're actually taking state pension and pension credit claims through one call when people ring up, but that will eventually become an online service as well. So, yeah, definitely before you reach pension age, you can put the claim in at the same time and know the outcome before you actually reach state pension age.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up now. And yeah, thank you, Lizzie, Lucy, and Claire with My Clear Text today, and also to my colleague Kelly for helping out in the background, and for everybody for attending and their questions. Just a little bit more information that might be of interest. As I mentioned, we offer free IT support at home and online, plus a range of tech-related fact sheets that some of which we mentioned earlier. And you can find all of those at abilitynet.org.uk and ask for free tech support at /@-home. And do call our helpline on 0300 180 0028. And if you'd like to become an AbilityNet tech volunteer, do find out more at /volunteer. And we also run online training sessions about digital accessibility topics and inclusion. So for people who are here from organisations, do find out at /training. And if you use the code AbilityNet webinar 10 when booking, you can save 10% on all of our courses. So finally, you can sign up to our newsletter to find out the latest advice and information about inclusion, and our next free webinars at /webinars. Our next free online session aimed at older audiences takes place on Wednesday, the 4th of June, and that's how to make digital devices work for you, tech tips for older users. And you can find that out at /digital devices. So that's all from us, and thanks again to everyone who's joined us, and do complete the feedback form and we'll be in touch soon. Bye everyone.